Hello, my name is Mike Wiles. I do the Tractor Mike YouTube channel. Today we're going to talk a little bit about sprayer maintenance. Every time I use the sprayer, I want to do some basic things to make sure that I don't get to the field and have a problem. And I want to do a visual inspection, walk around, look for hoses that are maybe starting to weather crack or have an issue. I want to look inside the tank and make sure there's not anything, if I've got fluid in there or anything floating around that's going to come through the nozzles. Make sure it's clean. It's important to check filters. If I'm being really diligent about maintaining the sprayer, I'll check those filters every time that I use it. And make sure you get a sprayer where you can turn the water flow off and check those filters with material in the tank. The more we can do to keep the system clean, the less problems we'll have when we get to the field. And ideally, at the end of the day, all the material is out of the sprayer. We totally get all of the chemical out. I don't like leaving chemical in sprayers. Now, if you have one like the Lengthen that's not white, that chemical will stay stable in there. If your sprayer is a white color, sunlight will degrade it. So the best thing is to get it all out of there, get it where it needs to be. And then I like to flush the tank. And a lot of sprayers don't have their own unique flush system. This Lengthen sprayer has its own flush system that you carry with you. And when you're done, you just turn a couple of petcocks and let the water flow through and you're flushed. At least once a month, if you're using your sprayer on a daily basis or a weekly basis, there's some basic things we really need to look at, and it'll save you grief down the road. Number one, you can't overcheck the filters in a sprayer, the strainers, because you get material clogged up in the strainer, and then it affects the chemical application, and you don't want that. The other thing, we want to check our nozzles. Is there anything clogged up in the nozzle, or are we getting wear on our nozzles? So once a month, just shut everything down, check your strainers or your filters, and check your nozzles to make sure they're clean and they've not worn and they're not changing the application of the chemical. Right before winter, especially if you live in an area where you get a lot of cold weather and it freezes, we've got to winterize our sprayer. And I like to drain all the fluid out I can from every port I can, and then put it back together and flush it with an RV antifreeze. Run some RV antifreeze through. Something I like to do, and this is a hassle, but this will save you money on down the road, take the pump off and put it inside. And if there's any rust in that pump or anything that looks like it's starting to accumulate debris or anything like that, clean it out. I like to squirt some WD-40 in there and work that in. And as expensive as pumps are, if you take care of your pump, you give it a long life, it'll save you a lot of money. So that's what I do before winter. When you pull your sprayer out in spring, there's a few things you need to do. First off, walk around, see if you've got any cracked hoses, tighten all the bolts up, then look in the tank to make sure there's no debris in there. Vacuum it out with a wet dry shop vac if there is. Check your, if you have an engine driven sprayer, let's check our oil, maybe change it, get the old fuel out of there, and then check our pump to make sure it spins freely, there's no rust or anything like that inside of it. And then we want to fill it up with water, run some water through it, and then the last step is get it out in the field and run it in field conditions with just regular water in it to make sure everything is ready to go when we put that expensive chemical in there. Keeping your sprayer healthy and doing these steps will maintain your sprayer and save you money on your sprayer, but it'll also save you money on chemical.